Hello everyone, hi, welcome to my desk. I'm gonna take you along my first study week in this video. As most of you probably know, I study literature. I'm technically in my second year and I have the incredible opportunity to do a semester abroad in France. So that's what I'm doing right now. And my courses are going to start tomorrow at the Sorbonne Nouvelle University, studying comparative literature. So needless to say, I'm quite excited to see my colleagues, see the professors for the first time, just get a little bit of a feeling for the courses. And I'm gonna, of course, take you along. And truly my study week starts on Sunday evening. Like, I take a couple of hours to plan my week, not only my studies and when I have to go to university, also my reading, my free time activities, everything. Like, I make a week plan and it honestly takes me quite some time, but it's always worth it in the end because I just feel that much more relaxed during the week and I don't constantly have to wonder whether I'm forgetting anything. I just then follow the plan. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do today still, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of meal prep and just relax for the rest of the evening. Oh, and for good measure, let's have a glass of wine with it. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit earlier than I thought because I got an email yesterday from a woman and she said that basically we study the same degree. She was like, I watched your vlog and I realized we study the same degree at the same university even. And yeah, it was really lovely. And then she said, like, do you have any questions, can I help you with anything with the courses? And I'm like, yes, actually. I've been trying to find a French literature class, specifically one on Proust. And she said, yes, actually, you have to go to this other department and there is a course on just reading Proust. And I was like, what the heck, I have to check that out. I only read this morning. And basically, I'm just going to go to that department, like they have office hours now in the morning. So, oh no. So I'm just going to go in there and be like, hey, hi, please, do you have any courses on Proust? Give me some Proust or just French literature. I'd love to participate. I honestly don't even care if I don't get credits for it. Like, I don't know, Proust changed my life, and I want nothing more than to be able to take a course where I learn some more about him while I'm here. I'm gonna try to catch this department before my first course starts, and then I have 3 literature courses today and chess, which I'll tell you about later. I don't have time now. Let's go.
Et en fait, ça, c'est quelque chose qui va être assez riche, notamment, qui va s'incarner notamment pas mal chez nos patients. Nos patients, il va se mettre à lire.
Give me that focus. Is it? Hi. Wow. We have to talk. I feel like I got progressively more overwhelmed yesterday during the day. Didn't proceed to filming much, and I was honestly so exhausted at the end of the day. And I think my overwhelm was threefold. So I think the first thing is that the courses I chose are really challenging, just in and of themselves. I've chosen mostly courses from the 3rd year, even though I'm technically only in my 2nd, because those just sounded the most interesting. They're already challenging. They would already be challenging even if I just had them in my home university and they were in German, you know? Which brings me to the second thing that overwhelms me, which is, of course, the language barrier. So, I mean, I struggled yesterday. It's just everyone talks so incredibly fast. I don't know what it is, but you know, I had one professor just straight up swallowing the first 4 words of a sentence he said, and I was just like, what? And sometimes I just sat in there and I thought, oh my god, was that important? What if that was really important, you know, and I missed it, and now while I'm thinking about it, I'm missing other things. I had one course where I had trouble keeping up, and it really discouraged me. And the other 2, even though the language level was challenging, I could keep up. You know how they say that if your skill level matches the challenge, then you're in a state of flow. So, you know, I don't know, I know it's gonna be fine. I know my French will become better. It's getting better by the day. I'm even noticing it. I even noticed it during the difficult course, how by the end of it I understood more than in the beginning. It just doesn't feel like I'm there yet this week. Now that is compounded by the third thing that overwhelms me in my theory, which is just the whole bureaucracy around the courses. I'm like hoping I'm enrolled everywhere in the right way. I'm sending a bunch of emails around. I'm trying to get into a Proust course, which I can't find anywhere. I feel like the people responsible just keep me sending to the next person, and it goes on in a cycle forever. Everyone at uni has a bunch of questions, right? It's the first week, so all the offices are like overrun, and I spent the only break I had all day of like 30 minutes just standing in a line of 20 people trying to talk to someone about my concerns. I felt completely disheveled and done by the end of the day. I felt like my brain hurt. It's like I could feel it being exhausted. And honestly, I've just been sleeping. I slept in and I stayed in bed all morning. Even though I wasn't physically tired anymore, I was like, I cannot even bring up the brain power to do anything. And that was one day out of 3, right? I have to go back today and I have to go back tomorrow. So that was like 1/3 of my courses yesterday. But anyways, it's gonna be fine, right? I mean, I'm gonna keep doing it. I know, deep down, I know I'm up for the challenge and it's all gonna work out, you know? It's just, I had some moments yesterday where I was like, what am I doing here? Like, what did I think that was a good idea? What did I think that I'm capable of studying in a foreign language? There were a lot of lovely, positive moments as well, though, so I'll tell you a few of those. The first course I took was on like imaginary knowledge, that's what it's called, or how knowledge and imagination go together. And it's just, the professor of this course, she's so lovely, truly inspiring. And you know, when you see a person and you listen to them and you're just like, yeah, they're doing exactly what they should be doing. They're obviously in the right place, you know? And that's how I felt when this woman was walking in. Like, she just started her presentation saying like, yeah, she knows her courses are sometimes a little bit quirky, but she just doesn't believe in knowledge in a traditional way, you know? Just statement, and then she went on talking about that for 2 hours in the most convincing and inspiring and present way. She's an expert in Semitic languages, and we talked about science fiction and how fiction can be science and how science might be a fiction, and knowledge, and we're gonna have to invent our own language in that course. And it's just, I don't know, I was just hanging at her lips the entire time. I also understood her perfectly well, and I talked to her after the course just to tell her that, hey, I'm an étudiante étrangère, and you know, if there's anything specific I have to know, she should let me know. And I don't know, she was just really friendly, and we had a short conversation, and I felt really good about that. So this one is a 10 out of 10. I already have quite some ideas of what I might want to do as a presentation for that course. So, you know, needless to say, there were many inspiring moments where I was like, gosh, I'm so glad I'm here, and I can learn a lot. But I just felt overstimulated. And the fact that all the courses were back to back, literally I was at uni from 11:30 until 8:30 in the evening. And I felt like I didn't even really have time to fill up my water bottle in between courses. Like, that was just, it was a lot. Going back today, I only have 2 courses in the late afternoon/evening, so that's good. So one of them is called literature and or journalism, and how those two overlap / what the difference is, or I don't know, that's what I think it's going to be about. And then the other one is, I think, about like literature and artificial intelligence, or machine learning and languages and machines, things like that. And you know, while all of these courses are lovely, I really just wanted a overview course on French literature, and 1 or 2 or as many courses on Proust as possible. And I just can't seem to figure it out. Like, I just don't get it with those different departments and courses and ways to enroll. So I don't know, I sent a few emails today, but I think I'm just gonna let it go. Okay, that's it. I think actually today might be the first day I'll have to wear a coat. It's getting quite chilly and I need to get an umbrella urgently. So I got my chocolate bread. Now I'm ready for the courses. Sometimes I still cannot believe I'm here. I left the course that was really not for me. Journalism, too much about politics and different wars and things I know nothing about. But that means I have a little break, so I'll try to figure some things out for my other courses. Go to those offices again and see if someone can help me. That's a cool background. Okay, I got some news, some good news and some bad news. Tell you about it later. Let's go to the... which course? Oh yeah, about artificial intelligence and writing. Let's see. It's so loud here, but it's Wednesday. I am about to go into uni. I have 4 courses in a row, starting with French philosophy, maybe the one I'm most excited about. And then after that, a French language course. Yeah, I hope I make it. It's actually courses for 8 hours in a row, but I brought a lot of snacks, so I think it's gonna be good. Alright, sweet people, I'm filming an outro for this video because I had to make the executive decision in the middle of the week to just stop filming. I'll tell you why in a moment, but let me tell you that I'm filming, as I'm saying this, the Sundown over Paris, so you can enjoy the view with me. This is the view out of my window. Can you believe it? Because I can't. It's a beautiful Saturday evening, and maybe you can hear it a little bit in the background. There's some kind of street party going on outside. Yeah, but I think you could already tell in the video that this week was really straining. Actually, this is how I think about this past week. You know how sometimes you know that there's gonna be a difficult period coming up and you're afraid of it, and you're afraid it's gonna be too tough or too stressful or you're not gonna manage, but then when you're actually in it, it's kind of fine and it's half as bad, you know? You're like, oh, I imagined this a lot worse than it actually is, and now that I'm in it, I'm really managing. I feel like this week was the opposite for me. It was, I thought it was gonna be kind of fine. I mean, a challenge, but kind of fine. And it turned out to just be too overwhelming for me at some points. So in the middle of the week, I decided that I should probably go to all the courses that vaguely interested me in the first week, just to check them out, see what the professors are like, because my schedule just kept changing. You know, there were courses that I originally planned to visit that I didn't get into, so I needed some other courses, and it's always really difficult to tell what a course or a subject is going to be like if you have never seen the person who is presenting it to you, you know? So I ended up going to uni every day, and that was, you know, physically straining and all that, but the bureaucracy part, that is what broke me. Just to give you an example with the Proust course I was talking about, on Thursday I went to that specific office and enrolled myself in a course that was called Reading Proust. And it actually worked out. I got a spot, and I stepped out of that office and I cried. Like, I had tears in my eyes. I was so happy. I was like, okay, this week is exhausting, but I can do it. It's all worth it. I'm so happy I have a spot. I'm so happy someone has told me about this course. And yeah, I was like full of energy again. And then the next day I went there again because of something different, and they're like, oh no, that Proust course is actually not happening this semester, you know. And I was like, oh, what? Like, I didn't even know what to feel anymore in that moment, because I don't know, I think I've just projected so much of happiness onto that hypothetical situation that I can be in Paris and learn about Proust in a French university. And I tend to think a lot in images, you know, and that was the image, you know, like the pinnacle, the ultimate kind of experience I wanted to have here. And then it was gone again with the snap of a finger. And I don't know, that was just one example of the things that have happened in that week, and it made me feel really vulnerable. I'm in a city where I know no one. I can't just, you know, grab a coffee with a friend and talk it out. It's just, I don't know, it's stressful. No one can help me with those specific issues of enrollment at university. And I've also had like outbursts of joy of sitting in some classes and actually being so excited that I'm here and all that. So it was just this intense roller coaster ride. And I couldn't keep up my equanimity. I've just gotten so sensitive that I had to stop filming. And even now I'm doing a voiceover because I feel still a little bit too disheveled to want to sit in front of a camera. At the same time, I really do want to upload this video because I think it's accurate. I have talked to other exchange students this week, and they have basically had a similar experience. You know, it's extremely overwhelming to have to take care of all this in a foreign language, in a city you don't know, and everyone has been really quite overwhelmed. And I would have loved to, you know, make this video a little bit more versatile and maybe go to the theater or to a bookshop, but I honestly, when I wasn't at uni, all I cared about was getting home, somehow making something to eat, and sleeping. Yeah, so this is honestly what happened. I'll talk about my courses in the next video, because I am really, really happy with the schedule I now ended up with. And I'll make a very detailed video talking about all my courses. So I'm planning to upload that next week. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying these videos, I would appreciate it if you checked out my Ko-fi account. You can donate me a coffee there. And otherwise, I'll see you again in the next video. Okay, bye bye.